How tall are you going to measure out without shoes? Do you have any idea?
Probably 6'9" without shoes.
Oh, that's pretty solid. That was something. Oh, it's going to measure at 6'6". You hear that sometimes too?
Yeah, I haven't heard that about me, but
Sitting next to you in the elevator, I don't think you're 6'6". I'll tell you
I
that.
don't think I am either.
What about your wingspan? Have you ever had that measured?
I think the 7 foot,
Mm-hmm.
87.1.
Right.
I was, I think, in high school.
Right. So everybody has an opinion on what you do well and what you don't. I'm curious about your own scouting report. If you're trying to sell yourself to a GM, what are the things that you do best?
I think the things I do best are obviously I love to rebound. I think that's one of my strengths. But at the same time, I think one of my biggest weapons is versatility.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I try to be a big guy that can dribble, a big guy that can pass, that can shoot, that can post up, that can do a lot of different things. And I think that's going to be my biggest strength, is being able to do more than just one thing, more than just dunk or anything like that.
So that freedom to take a rebound and go coast to coast, is that important for you to have that kind of freedom?
Yeah, that's something that I love doing. I love to see guys do that, because I think it just puts more pressure on the other team.
So if you're with like a really old school coach, like I don't know, like a Jerry Sloan or something like that, says no way you're gonna enter the bench the second you do that, would that be a problem for you?
No, I mean whatever he says, whoever I'm playing for, I'm gonna do how he runs it. I'm not gonna try to do my own thing, especially with a coach like that has been in it for so long. It's proven to be a good coach. I don't have a problem with it. Just being able to adapt, like I said earlier, to whatever style.
Right. One of the things that we struggled with when writing your scouting report was the NBA comparison part. I don't really know if there's a legit one that's accurate, at least in today's NBA. Do you have any suggestions on guys that you think you might play like, or that you emulate, something that you might end up being like in the pros?
That's a good question. I've heard so many people say stuff to me, and there hasn't been one guy that I've just been like, yeah, I think that's it. There, a guy like early on Amari Stoudemire, how he came into the league and he was just athletic and he just always dunking and stuff like that. And then in time he developed his jump shot and he's gotten better. And that's somebody that I can see myself kind of playing like. And he can get out and run and do all those things, but I'm really not sure.
Right. A lot of players are really athletic. They can block shots, they can shoot, they can dribble, but they don't have that it factor that is so instrumental in helping a team win games. Where does your energy, your passion, your love for the game, where does that come from?
It comes from my dad and my brother always being around the game. My dad has been a basketball coach for 35 plus years, so for as long as I can remember, I've been around it. Being a coach's son, I feel like I understand, through his eyes, through a coach's eyes, what they want from a player. And it's not all about just how many points you can score. It's about helping make your teammates better and helping almost kind of control the game in a sense, to where you have a large part in the outcome.
Any goals heading into your rookie season in the NBA, things that you'd like to accomplish?
Obviously, just to do well and help turn the team around, improve upon the winning total, and also have a good year personally, and be in the running for rookie of the year.
What are some things that you learned from playing under Coach Capel for 2 years?
Really, I just learned a lot about the game through his eyes, and a lot about leadership. He was big into that, big into leadership, and he would always tell me stories about guys like Grant Hill, guys that he played with, and things they did. And I think he helped me, become a little bit more mentally strong and understand what I had to do to really help a team win. And the kind of leader you have to be, you have to be a guy that's always willing to put in extra time and willing to you know, be the one to step up and say if something's not going right, or encourage guys when they are doing something right.
Were you happy with the year that you had individually and from a team perspective?
Obviously, as a team, everybody wants to play till that last game. Unfortunately, every team but one, gets the outcome that they want. But looking back on the year, I think we had a great year. By no means was it a failure. We did a lot of great things and made some great strides as a team. And personally, I felt like I did all right. There's always things I feel like I can improve on. But my teammates and everybody did a great job of helping me out, making it a little bit easier on me.
Does it bother you at all that people are saying this is a weak draft, with you probably being one of the top prospects, if not the top one?
It doesn't bother me at all, really. Like I said earlier, with the whole, pick number and all that. Just because this is a weak draft doesn't make me a worse player. It doesn't make me a better player or anything like that. I still am the same player, and I'm still going to try to do the same thing. So, whatever anybody says, it's their opinion, and I'm going to roll with it.
Right. So your father is black and your mother is white. That sounds eerily similar to another guy that got a little bit of press right around the beginning of the college basketball season, President Obama. Is that something that you ever thought about?
Yeah, I've thought about it. It's great to have a biracial president. Being biracial, it's great to see, and obviously proud of that.
What part does that play in the person that you are today?
As far as what?
Being biracial.
Just having a little bit of everything, and seeing what it's like from both sides. Really, I think it's helped give me a better perspective on a lot of different things.
Right. Considering the way that, sorry, one more. Is that someone that you'd like to meet at some point?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd love to meet him.
Okay. Considering how things have worked out for you, do you feel like the age limit, is that a good thing?
I think it's a good thing, just because it kind of makes guys realize, and gives them a year to understand, what all goes into going to the next level, or the highest level. I think there's guys that would have gone out of high school in my class that ended up staying, more than 1 year in college. So I think it's a good thing overall.
There's some talk about even expanding that to 2 or 3 years. I mean, you spent 2 years. Do you think should they do that? Is that a good idea?
Some guys are ready right out of the chute, and some, there's guys that obviously stayed 1 year and are doing really well now. Derrick Rose and guys like that. So I don't know. I think the 1 year rule is great because it makes guys try it out. If they pass the test, so to speak, then I think they should be able to move on.
How tired of you getting the same questions from reporters? Are we kind of giving you the same stuff over and over again?
No, that's not too bad.
Okay.
It's every interview is a little bit different, so it's always got something different.
Right. All right, Blake. Really appreciate your time. You've been fantastic. So thanks so much, and best of luck in the future. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.